As many as 46,000 Australian children and young people are estimated to be sleeping rough across the country. Different reports have put the total cost to the Australian economy above $500 million. Stepping Stone House is an organisation working to support vulnerable youth and give them a pathway out of homelessness. This coming Friday, hundreds of Australians have registered to put themselves in the shoes of these vulnerable youths and take part in the organisation's flagship event, Sleep Under the Stars. Well, joining me live is Stepping Stone House CEO Jason Juretic. Jason, thank you very much for joining us, and tell us more about what we can expect on Friday.
Hi, Janie. Thanks for having me. Yeah, it should be a really fun night. It's out on Cockatoo Island on this Friday, the 27th of October. Basically, people will arrive and they will be given 6 cardboard boxes each and a tarp, and they get as a team to go and build that construction together. And then after that, there's then marshmallows and sparklers, and we got some open fires there where people can sit and chat. And there's also going to be an opportunity for our children and young people at Stepping Stone House and our staff to just talk about their experiences. It's a stunning location at Cockatoo Island overlooking the water, very Instagrammable. So I was out there just a few weeks back and the sunrise was absolutely stunning over the harbour bridge. So what we are trying to achieve here is you cannot create homelessness in a single night. It's just a bit of fun and an experience where people can actually come along, connect, and have some fun, but raise some funds for a very good source.
Yes, absolutely. And as you said, one night with the sparklers and the marshmallows and so forth, and it is a bit of fun, but you do make a good point about trying to be in somebody else's shoes, because although you might have all of that extra stuff, we know that people sleeping rough do not. And these figures, 46,000 homeless children and youth, are we looking at potentially more numbers since COVID?
Yeah, we think that the numbers are higher. Those numbers, 46,000, were from the 2021 Australian Bureau of Statistics census. And we know that there's been pressure on families during the rest of COVID and also subsequently due to rising interest rates, and also just reduction in disposable income, together with increased rental costs and cost of living, full stop. So we're even seeing some of our own children, young people who graduated from Stepping Stone House reaching out and say they're really struggling because rents have been just hiked up 30-40%. So we do think that those numbers of 46,000 are actually significantly higher now.
We do know that there is a housing crisis across the country. We've seen governments working together and conflicting arguments. And in terms of what we know and learn overseas, can we fix this housing issue and homelessness?
Yeah, there's some really interesting case studies from overseas where, for example, Finland introduced a strategy to end homelessness, and in doing so, they actually eliminated the child and youth homelessness under the age of 18 within 3 years of putting in place that strategy. So it's very doable. There are scalable solutions out there, including Stepping Stone houses, which is really going to be a part of the solution to end youth homelessness. We're a great believer in going upstream and looking at strategies to actually prevent children and young people from coming into homelessness rather than just fixing it once they're in. So for us, that's a really important strategy.
So what does happen at Stepping Stone House in terms of practical learnings?
Yeah. What we do is we have a number of different ways that we support our young people. The first thing is that we provide them with accommodation, so they've got a safe harbour, somewhere to live that they feel safe in. What we also do is we help them with their mental health. It's obviously very challenging to be taken away from your family or having to step away from your family for whatever cause. So you give them that mental health support. We also have 806 life skills that we've developed over the last 35 years, which just help them to learn the skills to really become the very best they can be in life. You can't take for granted that any child or young person has got any knowledge, practical skills at home, because you don't know the levels of neglect. We've seen young people arrive at Stepping Stone House who don't know how to clean their teeth, even though they're 16 years old, because no one's actually taught them. So, and those life skills extend further into how to secure a job, how to, why should you be going to school? Why should you complete your education? So those skills are very broad, but really important to develop our young people. The last thing that we really focus on is really around emotional intelligence, is really helping our young people build not only emotional intelligence, but emotional resilience. And we do that through outdoor education. So those are some of the significant components to the Stepping Stone House support for children and young people.
And tell us about the money and how much you're aiming to raise.
Yeah, so the Sleep Under the Stars event this week is you can find it online, sleepunderthestars.com.au. We're aiming to raise $1.2 million, which will support 46 children and young people of different levels and different needs for a whole year. And yeah, those funds go directly to the young people in terms of giving them support from staff, from youth, as well as helping them out with discounted rent, as well as clothing, food. And we work together with other organizations like Oz Harvest and Thread Together and a number of other different organizations to support our young people. So those funds are really critical to us. We're, as I said, aiming for 1.2 million, but we're hoping to go higher still, because that will just allow us to support more children and young people.
Steppingstonehouse.com.au is where people can find out more information. All the very best for the event, and lovely talking to you, Jason. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you very much. Cheers, Janie.